Hello everyone, happy Friday. It's Jen at Ink Paper Rubber back with another Facebook Live video for you this afternoon. I have a lot of new goodies to show you. Pretty much everything is brand new, things that we have not ever had before. A few things are restocked, but lots and lots and lots of good stuff. So I'm excited to share what we have with you here today. As usual, if you see something that you like, you can comment on the video and just say the item name and sold. We are also still happy to ship if you're not here in town, or if you're not comfortable getting out and about. We are happy to ship. We can also do curbside pickup for you if you want. And of course, we are open Thursday through Sunday. We would ask, if you see something here, you comment that you want to buy it, that you either come by or call by the end of this weekend to pay for it. And if you do that, we are happy to hold on to it for you until you can come in and pick it up if you're not able to get in this weekend. So, hey there, Tracy. So let's go ahead and jump in, because like I say, we've got lots and lots of new stuff. The first thing that I want to share with you is some paper packs. We have a lot of 12 by 12 paper that we just need to go ahead and clear out to make way for new paper that's coming in. So I have put together packs of 12 by 12 paper. There are 20 sheets in each pack. And at least as of right now, each sheet in the pack is different, so there's no duplicates. They're from some great vendors, Lawn Fawn, Graphic 45, Doodlebug, lots and lots of great papers. And best of all, these packs are just $5 for a pack of 20 sheets. So that is a great bargain. That's just 25 cents per sheet of paper, but those are limited, so that's while they last. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in and show you what we have. First of all, we did just get the latest Somerset Studio magazine in. So for all of you mixed media lovers, this is a really wonderful publication from Stampington. And this, can you believe it or not, is the autumn issue. All right, and let me show you this really quickly. This is a restock item. This is the Tim Holtz 3D embossing folder. It is the brickwork. It is really amazing. I cannot find my sample of it right now, but it truly is amazing. If you watched some of his recent videos with the new dies that he has coming out, you may remember seeing this. Some of the makers used this embossing folder, so we do have those back in stock. And that is the Brick 3D embossing folder, and it is $10. All right, next up we have some new goodies from Taylored Expressions. This is a little mini release, and this is about all things rainbow. Rainbows are super popular right now, and this is a really great release to add to that. First up, we have a new masking stencil. This is the Make a Rainbow masking stencil. It is $14, and you get two stencils in there. You can kind of see through the background. So each stencil has the two arcs on it, but they're spaced apart, so it makes it easier when you're inking so that you can do your different colors. These are like all of their masking stencils, or if you can see there, they have the etch line, so it makes it really easy to line it up perfectly. They also include the masks so that you can use those when you're inking to help avoid getting colors where you don't want it. So that is the Make a Rainbow masking stencil set, and it is $14. Next up is the Over the Rainbow clear set, and this stamp set is $18. And this set you can certainly use on its own, but I just want to point out that it coordinates perfectly with the masking stencil. So you can stencil and then stamp and get some really great looks, and I will show you some samples here at the end. But I love all the different patterns that they have on the rainbows, and then we also have some stars and some hearts that you can add in there, and a couple of little sentiment snippets: shine bright, hello, smile, and oh happy day. So that is the Over the Rainbow clear set, and it is $18. This is another perfect complement to both of those. This is the Over the Rainbow Sentiments clear set, It is $15, and it has all these great sentiments that are arched, so they work perfectly on top of or over the rainbows. And you can see here the good sentiments. When it rains, look for rainbows. Sending sunshine and rainbows. You make me happy when skies are gray. Be unique, be you, you are beautiful. That is the Over the Rainbow sentiment set, and it is $15. And then we also have the Over the Rainbow die set. And you can see here it is a single die, but it cuts out all the different arches, so you can cut it out multiple times in different colors if you want. You can combine it and use it with the Over the Rainbow clear stamp set if you want to, or use it on its own. This actually would make a really cute shaker card. I think they have some samples of that on their website. This is the Over the Rainbow die set, and it is $16. And of course, with our rainbows, it helps to have some cute little clouds. This is the Rainbow Cloud Duo, and you get 2 cloud dies in here. And you can see one of them has the little pin dot pattern around it, and the other one is just plain. These are perfect to go down at the base of any of your rainbows if you want to. And I might also point out that the Over the Rainbow clear set also has a little face, so if you want to add little faces to your clouds, you can do that as well. Couple final stamp sets that are perfect companions to all of this. This one is the Brighter Skies Cling stamp set. So these are rubber stamps, and this set is $17. And you can see here we get the little rain boots with the rainbow and hearts, a cute umbrella, and the little cloud with hearts. And then it has some really great sentiments on here. Brighter skies are on the way, showered with love, get well soon. Sorry you're feeling under the weather. In a sky full of clouds, be a rainbow. That's a really nice one. So that is the Brighter Skies Cling set, and it is $17. And finally, there is the Be Bright Building Blocks stamp. And this one actually goes with the building blocks die that came out a little bit earlier this year, although I think you could also just stamp this and cut this out on your own if you wanted to. And it has some really great sentiment pieces that you can use to build your own sentiment. So you can see here, sending you rainbows and hugs, sending you sunshine. So lots of different ways that you can build your sentiments to go with all of the rainbows. And that is the Be Bright Building Block stamp, and it is $12. All right, so that does it for the Taylored Expressions new release. Let's get into some other things. One thing that we did get back in is I got in some more of the matte chalk polish from Creative Expressions. This is the Sky Blue, and you might remember this works like all of the polishes. It has the sponge applicator in the cap, and it's very easy to use. But what's unique about this is that instead of having any sheen to it, it goes on perfectly matte. So if you like the ink blended background look but struggle with it, this is a great solution to that. Because it goes on so smoothly and easily. We have several colors. These are $8.50 a jar. We have the Sky Blue. We have Pale Gray. This is the Honeydew, which is the sample I showed, the pale green. And then we also have Aqua, which is a little bit brighter blue. So those are the matte polishes we have in stock. If you haven't tried them, you might want to give them a try. All right, we got in another one of the Bo Bunny Botanical Journal Garden papers. We've been slowly but surely getting some of these in. You can see up here the ones we've received previously, the seed packets, the butterflies, and then all the different florals. And this is a really nice one. It has this really nice script. You can see here that there's kind of some shadow butterflies in the background, but this is just a really nice vintage looking script. And here is the other side of it, kind of this journal page with some flowers on it. So if you are a fan of these Bo Bunny papers, you might want to check that new one out that we got. Speaking of botanicals and things, this is a new stamp set that we got in from Viva Decor. I did not even know that they made stamps, but I saw this and thought this was a really nice set. It is a clear stamp set, and you can see it is all the different leaves here, and it is a really great price. It's only $9 for that stamp set. So that is the Leaves Clear Set, and that is $9. Next up, we have some new punch-out sheets, and you may recall from a few weeks ago we had these sheets in. They're designed that you punch them out and you build your layers up. You just use foam tape in between the layers, and each higher layer has a little bit less of the design, so you get this really wonderful 3D look with it. These are some samples that Manna did from the sheets that we had in previously, and we got 2 new sheets in I think you're going to be really excited about. Well, I think these are maybe backwards on here. This one is the big ocean animals. You can see here we have the dolphins and the whales on here, and this one is the saltwater fish, and so you can see all the fun colorful saltwater fish. And there are 3 different designs on each sheet, so out of one sheet you can make up to 3 different cards if you want to, and they are all numbered so you can tell which piece goes with which base. So those are the new 3D punch-out decoupage sheets that we have. This one is the saltwater fish, and this one is the big ocean animals. Okay, we're kind of on the home stretch, but this home stretch may take a while because I have some new stamps and dies from Pinkfresh Studio, and I think you're really going to like these. First of all, if you are a fan of the new slimline card craze, then you are going to love these dies. We did have some slimline dies in from Lawn Fawn about a month ago or so, and they sold out really quickly, and so these are some new ones that we got in from Pinkfresh Studio. And of course the slimline dies are designed to make cards that can fit in a standard business size envelope. So just a little bit different size and shape for you to work with. And this first die is the slim diagonal stitched rectangles, and you can see that you get 2 dies here. Actually, you get 4 dies here, I think. You get the outer ones that have the diagonal stitching, and then you also get just these plain rectangles that fit in between there. So it looks like you get a total of 4 dies that you can use for your slimline cards. That is the slim diagonal stitched rectangles, and that die set is $25. Pretty good value there. This one is just a single die. It is the slim diagonal stripe die. It is also $25. You can see that it cuts out the long rectangle, but then it also cuts out these fun stripes in there. So that one is really fun. Be fun to make a shaker card with that. And I will show you some samples here in a minute of some of these products. So that's the slim diagonal stripe die. It is $25. This next one is really fun and kind of different. This is the slim braided circles, and you can see it is a long rectangle. It cuts out these circles, and then it does this really interesting kind of braided cutouts around each of the circles. So that gives you a really fun look. I might also point out I did see a sample using this particular die that someone made just look like a standard A2 size card with it, and just didn't use the whole die. So keep in mind that if you aren't into the slimline cards, that you can just use part of this die. So that is the slim braided circles die, and it is also $25. And finally, we have another diagonal stripe, but this one is the fancy diagonal stripe, and you can see it has the stripes that are different widths and different spacing apart. Again, the long rectangle with those fun stripes cut out. So that is the slim fancy diagonal stripe die, and it is also $25. All right, so that is it for the slimline dies. Now we're going to move into another category, which I think is really, really fun, which is the pop-out stamps. And we're going to start off with this one. This is the pop-out chevron. This is a cling stamp, but what it does is, I think you can see there, it has the frame, but then you can see all these different chevron shapes are actually individual stamps in there. If you can kind of see in there the cut line in between some of those. So that means if you want to, you can use this as a large background stamp, but you can also pop these individual pieces in and out so that you can do multiple color chevrons with this. And again, I will show you some samples, and in today's newsletter I'm going to put a link to a video where someone used some of these, because I think if you can actually see them in use, it might make it a little bit easier to understand. But I think you can see there where these are actually separate stamps in here, but they all fit together to make one big stamp. So this one is the chevron background. It is $17.50 for this stamp. This is also a pop-out stamp, and this is the nested diamond background. It is also $17.50, and as you can see, each one of those diamonds is an individual stamp that you can pop out of there. This one is the pop-out straight stripes, and it is $17.50, and each one of those stripes does indeed pop out on its own, so you can basically make your own background paper in whatever colors you want with all different colors of stripes. That is the pop-out straight stripes. We do have a die, and I want to point out that these dies are not designed to exactly match the stamps, but rather they're designed to coordinate with them. So these are not necessarily a perfect matchup with the stamps, but this one is the Color Block Stripes die. It is $22, and these are designed more for your A2 cards, and you can see that it cuts out all of these fun stripes in your background. Great for shaker cards. You could certainly use it with these straight stripes to stamp some fun stripe background paper. That is the Color Block Stripes die, and it is $22. Next up, we have another pop-out stamp. This one is the diagonal stripes. It is $17.50. Again, each one of those stripes is an individual stamp that you can pop out if you want to. And there is a not matching again, but coordinating the Color Block Diagonal Stripes die, and that is $22. And we haven't had enough rainbows today, so this one is the Pop-Out Rainbow stamp. It is $17.50, and yes, each one of those rainbow arcs is an individual stamp you can pop out, so you can make your pretty colored rainbow. And again, a coordinating but not matching die is the Color Block Rainbow die. That die is $14.50. Okay, almost to, oh, here, let me show you this one, and then we've got kind of a little bit different. And finally here in our pop-outs, this one is a pop-out sunburst. This one is really fun. Each one of those rays pops out separately, and I believe the video that I'm going to include in my newsletter, she uses this pop-out sunburst in the video. So that is $17.50. There is a coordinating die for this one. It was out of stock, so hopefully I will be able to get it in as well. But for now, I do have the pop-out rainbow stamp, and that is $17.50. So these last two are again in the pop-out category, but they are a little bit different. The first one is the Pop-Out Diamonds set, and this is actually a stamp set and a die set, and the set is $26, and this has the frame, and it has these diamonds in it. You can see all the individual, those diamonds in the center, all of those are individual stamps that pop out, so you can use this all together, or you can pop out the individual pieces. So like there, you just have some nice sentiments you can use by themselves if you want. Here you can see the insides are these pretty florals. And the die set that comes with it actually has dies that cut out all of the floral images that are on here. So this is the Pop Out Diamonds stamp and die set for $26. And then there is also a coordinating Simply Diamonds die for $22. So you can use all of those together to do some really amazing things. You can also use the die, the Simply Diamonds die, all on its own if you want to. And then we have a similar setup. This one is the Pop Out Hexagons. And so again, each one of these hexagons is an individual stamp that you can pop out if you want to and just use parts of it. It does come with the dies that cut out the two little floral images there you see on either side of the center. And that set is $23. And then finally there is the coordinating hexagons die that is $22 that works with this stamp set. So let me come up here and show you some samples, because I think some of this will make a lot more sense once you see the samples. And we're going to start out with some samples from Taylored Expressions. Here you can see, I believe they have used the rainbow masking stencil as well as the Over the Rainbow clear set there, and also the Over the Rainbow sentiments. The little polka dots there are from the Over the Rainbow clear set, and then we have the sentiment from the sentiment set. So that is, and I also like how that is not your typical rainbow colors. Here is another sample where they, I believe, have used the stencil and the Over the Rainbow stamp and also the sentiment set, and then you can also see the little cloud duo down there. And here is a cute little sample. I think that they have actually used maybe the Over the Rainbow die there. It looks like those have been die cut and popped back in along with the little rain boots, which are from the Brighter Skies stamp set, along with that sentiment there, in a sky full of clouds be a rainbow. All right, let's look at some Pinkfresh here. So this is one of the Pinkfresh dies. This is the diagonal stripe slim die that makes the slimline cards. You can see the fun background that makes. Here is the braided circles. I just think that's really pretty and elegant. And here we have a couple of the pop-out sets. There is on the right, you can see the pop-out sunburst, and then you can also see the diagonal stripes. And again, you don't have to use the whole stamp set, so they just use part of that stamp set, and we're able to do each one of those stripes in a different color. Here is a sample with that pop-out hexagon. So here they've used the stamp set, and they've also used the background hexagon die to cut out those pieces and pop them up. I just think that's really elegant looking. Here is a sample you can see with the pop-out rainbow, probably the stamp set in the background, and then also the die set popped up over it to make a fun shaker card. And you can see over there on the right the braided circles, and that is one I mentioned to you where they haven't used the whole thing. That's just a standard A2 card, and they have just cut it off to use the portion that they wanted. Here is another use of just the hexagon background die. You don't have to use it with the coordinating stamp set if you don't want to. I think that is a really fun card. And here you can see the pop-out hexagons where they have actually used the stamp set to create that fun background. And there, what they've done, it looks like, is they've taken that floral image and just popped it in all the different spots in there so that they could stamp it multiple times in different colors on their background. Here is a fun one with the pop-out rainbow. I think that's fun colors, even though they're not your traditional rainbow colors. And here is one that is done with that pop-out chevron set. I just think that is really, really stunning. And this one was done with the pop-out diamonds. So you can see how you can make just multicolored backgrounds. You can see some more here. See there, you can see how those individual stamps pop out, and you can just see all the fun combinations that you can do with that. So that is what we have for you today. I hope if you are able, you'll stop by sometime this weekend. We are here today until 5 o'clock, and tomorrow we'll be here 10 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 5. So we hope to see you soon. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.